All right. I thought I'd load the game up today just to see if we could find any matches. I'm getting real tired of this shit, man. I really am. Like, you know, it's at this point where they're like taking the piss. Okay? So obviously I'm over here on Steam, right? And then a few hours ago, guess what? There were 2 rooms. I was just in my element, right? You know, the problem with those rooms were? They were overseas. Has there been any addressing at all to this connection issue outside of your general region? Because if you look at streams of the Americans playing together, or the Canadians and the Americans playing together, or say anyone in Europe playing together, or the UK playing together, and even Australians playing together, it's all fine. The problem is though, because this game, no offense, it's kind of niche in the sense of like, you know, yes, us older folk love playing this stuff, but like, this isn't a new Mortal Kombat game, right? You're not going to have millions upon millions of people flooding to it to buy it, right? So, Alright. I did a video showcasing exactly what's going on, exactly why, you know, or not exactly why, but why there seems to be a pretty big comparison between what we can get somewhere on Fightcade versus what we're paying for, right? And I tried playing my mate Toby, who's in the Netherlands. It was still a slow down shit show, right? You know why there's no rooms? I'll tell you why there's no rooms. Because on Steam, this is the beta branch. This is the beta access to the online arcade. Whereas on PlayStation 5, or the PlayStation systems, and on Xbox systems, they push these as part of the game update. Right? So right now, if you're on console, unless I got it wrong, but right now on console, you can load the game up and you'll have access to the online arcade as it's part of the game. But on Steam, you can't do that because it's part of the beta, which means that you have to manually do that to access the beta to get access to this, which means that people that are playing this on standard version, who either can't be asked or have no idea, will never be part of the creation of rooms in this particular mode. Why do I care? Because every single fucking day that this goes on, it's just getting worse and worse and worse, meaning that we're going to have less and less people to play with. Right? I've been playing for the last week. I mean, I play it all the time anyway, but for the last week, I've been playing the absolute shit out of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Right? I'm playing people all over the fucking world. Right? And unless I'm getting somebody with a ping of like over 500 or 600, that's when I'll start to notice a bit of slowdown, right? But otherwise, the rollback is working as intended. We actually get rollback indicators on the screen to tell you how many frames and stuff it's rolling back, so that way the connection is staying as on parity as possible. And this is people I'm fighting in Ireland, the US, Netherlands. Right? That's a paid product too. That has rollback in it as well. So how come I can't fight like my friends overseas without it feeling like a slideshow? Why is there no... Let me check the Discord. Right? We know there's not going to be any fucking update, right? There's no update. Right? One of the first comments I see, lobbies are crashing, and they are, because I've been trying to join the rooms earlier today, and they kept crashing the room. Constant lags, dogshit experience, no hate of course, just constructive criticism of the beta. Well, I mean, to be fair, at this point, right, how much longer? Right. Now, I know some people are out there are actually trying to get Digital Eclipse to patch issues within the games themselves, like, you know, some sort of exploit or whatever that's been in there for 30 years. I don't care about that, right? Part of having authentic products is making sure that they're not messed with, even with the glitches. If you play using a glitch, then we won't play you. But if you're not playing with a glitch, that's fine, right? Everyone knows the glitches by now, and most people avoid them unless you're trying to be a dipshit. But this is hilarious, man. Like, this is a fucking joke. Let me refresh. Alright. Let's see if we get a room yet. Nah. This is because it's in beta. If you move this from beta branch into the main game, right, like the proper version that when you download it, that's the initial version, then there will be more people available to play, which means more ground for testing. As I stated, the console versions, it appears that it was pushed as just a patch, something that you can play around with, you know, as part of the game, even though technically it's in a beta format. You're not downloading a separate version of the game or accessing a separate version of the game, right? So this is just going to make things, I'm repping PC here, right? So, you know, this is going to make things 1,000 times worse. Right? So, what is the solution outside of the ones I've offered? I don't know. But, like, this whole thing has been an absolute shit show. And I really, really hope that this is not the end of it. Right? That once they do this, that's just the end of it. Okay? And it's annoying, too, because I've got a whole bunch of people. I've got my channel and my community. I can't even play with these fucking people because they're all parts of the world, right? I'm not saying them fucking people because they're bad people. I'm just saying in general because I'm Australian and we swear, right? So I can't even play with these people anywhere in the world except for my region. This code is acting like delay-based, but not dropping the connection. So I don't lose the connection to a match from somebody overseas, but it's acting like it's delay-based. Who the fuck is running the back end on this shit? Who's doing it? Why are Digital Eclipse not coming out and addressing this? This is a massive problem. In a day and age where we have, like, in the digital community space, where we have people connecting all over the world, this should not be a thing. Like, I'm not talking about connecting to someone in the middle of fucking Africa, right? Where obviously the ping is going to be big, yeah? I mean, like, we're talking about the UK, America, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and then some of the Asian regions above my head. And if I can play people all around the world on Fightcade or other fighting games with little to no issue in terms of like the general consensus, right? Like the general consensus is if I play someone in the US on Fightcade, it's going to be a good experience unless you're on Wi-Fi. Right? I don't understand, man. I got a pretty good download speed. It's like a gigabit a second. And the upload speed's almost 100. So there's no issue whatsoever in terms of like connectivity. And everything that I run in the house outside of a mobile device, all of it has always been wired. Because the general rule is you don't play games online, especially with Wi-Fi, if you can help it. Especially fighting games, for God's sakes. Right? This is a fucking... refresh. Are we gonna get a room? We're gonna get a room. No? Okay, let's create a room. Well, let's see what happens, right? Takes forever to... Right? Let's see if anyone will show up. Because there's probably other people there sitting there refreshing. Now, keep in mind, the lobby system is worldwide. This is the disgusting part about it. The lobby system is worldwide. Right? In some ways, right, I would prefer it region locked at this point. Right? Because I have opted not to... So, my friend Godly, right? I can play him, by the way, on Fightcade, no problem. But about a week or so ago, he was running some rooms. I jumped in there, had a couple of fights, and then I just left. Why? Because it crashes the room. No, it doesn't... it didn't crash the room, but it slows the room down. As soon as my connection comes up, everything slows down to a crawl. Well, there we go. We got someone. Let's see. Just curious, because you can see the ping, right? Let's see how bad this connection is. Just curious. Might be surprised. It might surprise me. Is this supposed to be funny? This is a joke. This is. This is the 56K experience. I'll tell you what, boys and girls. Look how long the matches take it. Look how long they take. It's ridiculous. I'm going back to Granblue.